Box to Box NBA Preview, hosted by Ndegz.
Welcome to Ndegz 2023-24 NBA Season Preview. I have been wanting to do this for many years, and this is like 10 years in the making. I have sat down, gone through all 30 NBA teams. I'm going to rank them from 30 to 1. I thought this would come out before the season starts, but a lot has been on my plate. And I'm just glad I'm getting started, right? So, welcome, guys. We have a Box to Box WhatsApp community, and we have a group specifically dedicated to basketball where we'll be talking everything hoops, be it Kenyan basketball, local basketball, regional basketball, but mostly NBA because that's what we all watch. So, first team on our 2023 NBA rankings is the Detroit Basketball. Something on my mic. Yeah, the Detroit Pistons come in at number 30, the first team that I'm going to talk about in this season rankings. So, 2023 season ended with the Pistons having a 17-65 record, the worst record in the NBA. They were last in the East. When Cade Cunningham got injured, it's like everything just went downhill. They won 12 games with him on the court, and they won 17 games the entire season. So that was insane, which means they only won another 5 games without him after he got injured. So he got a shin injury, and then apparently it's something that had been disturbing him since college and stuff. So he just decided to do surgery on it. But this team was bad. Let's see what they did in the off-season. So, the Detroit Pistons, they resigned Isaiah Stewart to a rookie contract extension. Obviously, they had gotten Joe Harris from the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for cash, and they got 2027 and 2029 second-round draft picks. And they got Monte Morris from the Wizards, and obviously, the big deal that brought in James Wiseman from Golden State. If you guys can remember, it was a 4-team trade that Kevin Knox ended up with the Blazers, Sadiq Bey with the Hawks, Golden State got Gary Payton back, and the Pistons got James Wiseman, their first-round pick. Looking at what they did in the draft, obviously, Ausar Thompson, number 5 pick, is a guard, stroke forward, good perimeter defender, athletic slasher, someone who can actually work really well with Cade Cunningham. And then they also got Marcus Sasser, another guard, 25th pick, which was a bit of a confusing one because they already have Killian Hayes in their books, but let's see what their plan is. Players with expiring contracts, obviously Killian Hayes is there. He was a 2020 pick. I think it was a first-round pick, if I'm not wrong. He has a team option and is on a $7.4 million contract. Monte Morris, $9.8 million contract as well. And James Wiseman is also on a team option, which the team is more than likely going to pick up. And obviously Joe Harris with his $19.9 million contract. If you guys can remember, he actually had just signed a 4-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets of $75 million. And this is the last year of his contract. So those are the 3 people on the expiring. Then obviously the players that they lost out on are David Nwaba, Amidou Diallo, Corey Joseph, Rodney Magruder, and Buddy Bohine. Looking at the Pistons rotation, this is the projection for the starters. So we have Cade Cunningham at PG. Good to see him back fit. Ausar Thompson, their number 5 pick in the 2023 draft. More than likely going to start because this team is just bad and they might as well give opportunity to the young kids. Bojan Bogdanovic at small forward, Isaiah Stewart at power forward, someone they just resigned as we spoke about earlier, and Jalen Duran, who is keeping James Wiseman off the starting 5. Then looking at their bench, nothing much to speak about there. Obvious names that stand out are Joe Harris, Marvin Bagley, and obviously James Wiseman. Big questions for Detroit Basketball. Does Cade Cunningham become an all-star this season? I feel like this team goes as far as Cade Cunningham takes the team, right? So, obviously, he missed the entirety of the last year through his shin injury. When he got fit, he was even called up to Team USA. Obviously, he didn't go to the World Championships, but him getting called up just shows how highly he's considered amongst NBA coaches and coaching staffs around the league. He struggled a bit in preseason, but I feel like he'll definitely get stuff, like he'll get it under his feet, like maybe take like 20-25 games, but he might as well do it in a bad team. So the key to Cade Cunningham obviously is also Isaiah Thompson. How like if he plays well, he actually gives Cade Cunningham time to be off the ball and actually not focus too much on defense, right? And let him lead the attack. So those are some of the things that I'm looking at for Cade Cunningham. If he can be a 24-6-6 player, he can easily have an all-star type of season. I'm not saying he'll be an all-star. He'll have an all-star type of season. And I think that's all you can ask for. Him coming off injury, this team just being so bad. And yeah. And yeah, again, as I said, he's looking for 24-6-6. He really likes the mid-range. He likes shooting from the free throw to like that area of the free throw to the three-point line. And he's really good in the pick and roll. So again, this team only goes as far as Cade Cunningham goes. Prediction for Detroit basketball. I am going for a maximum of 25 wins for this team. I don't see them getting more than 25. I still expect them to be the worst team in the East. Probably the worst team in the league, but the East probably has the worst 3 or 4 teams in the league easily, talent-wise. Then I'm expecting them to play better, obviously. Obviously, Cade Cunningham missed majority of the season last year. Bojan Bogdanovic and Isaiah Stewart also missed 20-plus games, so that didn't help. But then they've replaced Corey Joseph, Amidou Diallo, and Kevin Knox, the combination of Kevin Knox and RJ Hampton, with Monte Morris, Joe Harris, and Isaiah Thompson, who are much better players on both sides of the ball. So we expect them to be better. But I definitely expect them to improve on their 17 wins, but not more than 25, in my opinion. Isaiah Thompson in college was just a box score stuffer, athletic player, you know. And he'll get plenty of minutes in a young team. So he's also someone who should be targeting an all-rookie first team or second team just because of the sheer amount of minutes he'll get on the court. And then, yeah, obviously, Isaiah Stewart, power forward, if he can shoot above 30%, then that will keep him on the court. If not, then that means Isaiah Livers is someone that Stewart would have to be benched for. And then obviously something else to keep an eye on is Jaden Ivey's offense and how he can help this Detroit team get some wins. And that has been our preview for the Detroit Pistons. Next team up is... Tune in to find out. Like, share, and subscribe.
Ready for the ultimate slam dunk of content? Don't miss out on any of our NBA previews. Hit subscribe and be the MVP of your basketball knowledge game.